Hi, it's Moji Solo Wilson, and it's Authentic Conversations Emoji. I know it's Saturday afternoon, and you guys are probably home like you're supposed to be. So I hope you're home. While we're waiting for people to show up, I will wait for people to show up. It's Saturday, it's still coronavirus season, and we're here, and it's the conversation is all about COVID, a mother's plea. I got a message in my inbox today and it really bothered me. I thought I should share with you guys. If you're on there, please say hello so I know who I'm talking to or who I'm having a conversation with. This is Authentic Conversations Emoji, and welcome. Hello and welcome to Authentic Conversations Emoji, and today we're going live on YouTube as well. I will not be able to see the people on YouTube, but I can see your comments. So feel free to make a comment. Wherever you're listening to me from, please say hello. And if you're able to share this, it's a very important show. It's a show about a mother's plea in Nigeria. And it's a show about a gentleman that passed away of COVID-19, but he was not only diagnosed. They thought he had typhoid, so they gave him medication for that. But unfortunately, he passed away a few hours after they were able to get him to the right hospital. A lot of people are dying in the north. I don't know why. I keep getting different numbers from what the NCDC posts every day. I've been getting inboxes from all over Kaduna, Kano, all over the north, Maiduguri, everywhere. I get inboxes from Lagos. The numbers in Lagos are not right either. This is not a show about bashing the Nigerian government, but I would like all of you guys to please listen in. Hi, Eric Wilson, cousin. Nice to see you. But please share the video in case somebody can help this woman. There's a lot of people that are not understanding that this coronavirus is very real. It's as real as it gets. And the problem is that when one person gets it, they themselves might not become ill. The person that contracts the virus might not have symptoms and then take it home and give it to other people. Please share this video. It's very important. This is a mother's plea, and I'm going to play the message that I got. Initially, I was not going to talk about it because it's exhausting talking to people. Hi, Femi. It's exhausting talking to people that don't seem to understand that this virus is real. In the north, according to the data that I'm getting out of Kaduna and Kano, in Kano, 142 people died in 24 hours, 2 days ago. As of today, the numbers that came out of Kano of people that died is 198. And the reason why we know the numbers is not because NCDC, by the way, who does not have an office to test people in Kano? The numbers are not coming from them. The numbers are coming people on the ground, people that work in mortuaries, people that are burying them, people that are doctors. The numbers I get is coming from individuals. So there's, unfortunately, the numbers we're getting from the NCDC is not accurate. I repeat, the numbers are not accurate. For those of you guys that still believe you should be going to the mosque and you should be going to the churches, if you do not respect your lives, if you do not take your lives seriously, I beg you to take the lives of other people seriously. I sincerely beg you to take the lives of your children seriously. To those of you that continue to go and beg for food outside, I am begging you to drink Gary and sugar till this thing is over. Even if you have all the money in the world, people with gazillions of naira are dying. People that have all the monies in the world are dying. If you survive to live to the next day, there's a possibility that you will get to eat again. If you die, you're gone. There's no food. Then you're gone and your children will have no parents. Or worse, you bring it home and you don't get ill, or your children become sick. So this is a mother's plea, and I'm going to play the video.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Salma Ahmed. I'm speaking from Abuja. I have a problem with the Kano government and NCDC in Kano. My son-in-law have been sick since on Monday. My daughter called me and told me it's high fever. I told her high fever, and she told me it's typhoid. When she told me it's typhoid fever, I said, are you sure it's typhoid fever? Because this typhoid fever, somebody will say it's typhoid fever. From there, he will be coughing. From coughing, he will be sneezing. Are you sure? She said, yes, they have given him drugs, and they are at home now. They are taking the drugs. I said, okay. On Tuesday, I called her. I said, how is he feeling? She said, he's getting better, little by little. He's getting better, little by little. I say, okay, so far he's getting better, no problem. Yesterday, around 3 a.m., she called me. She said he cannot talk again. No. His breathing is high. Oh. I said, I've told you before, maybe this problem he's having is a COVID-19. It's COVID-19. If somebody is having fever, he cannot talk proper and he's coughing. What do you expect? This is COVID-19. Please rush him to the hospital. Have you called NCDC? She said, yes, they have been calling since yesterday night. That the people, all the phone lines are not going through. Somebody gave them another number again. They have been calling, the number is ringing and nobody is responding to that call. So I decided to call the ones in the NCDC, the ones in Abuja. When I called the ones in Abuja, they said they will get back to him. They will get back to me. That they will call the Kano branch now and tell them what is happening. They asked me, where is he now? I said they have taken him to a private hospital named International Hospital in Kano. When they took him to that international hospital in Kano, they admitted him and put oxygen for him. After about 1 hour, another doctor came in and told them to go to Madam Aminu Kano, that he's not responding to the oxygen. And I know he's not responding to that oxygen. It's just the way. It's just a way for the doctor to drive them away from that hospital, and I don't blame him. So on getting to Aminu Kano Hospital, they put him on oxygen again. I called these people on NCDC again in Abuja. I asked them how far have the people started going, because they have dropped them from that international hospital, that they have now go to Madam Aminu Kano Hospital. That he said they will go there, they will go there. Every 30 minutes, I will be calling the NCDC here in Abuja, because the ones in Kano are not responding. He will be telling me that they will soon go there, they will soon go there. When the thing was getting out of hand, I thought this.
1 second.
Tell me the truth. What is happening? Tell me what is happening. Before he now told me that the NCDC in Kano have been shut down. I said, why did you know that they have been shut down and you are just telling me they will soon go there, they will soon go there? Why did you continue playing with my intelligence? He said, sorry, madam. I said, okay. So I called Ray Power Radio. I told them, I was live on Ray Power around 4 o'clock. I explained my complaint to them. My son-in-law died after 2 hours when he was admitted in Aminu Kano. He died after 2 hours. So I'm holding the Kano government and the NCDC of Kano responsible for the death of my son-in-law. And now, what is paining me most now, that my heart is broken into pieces, is what will happen to my children, my daughter, her children, my grandchildren. What will happen to them when there is no NCDC in Kano? What will happen? Please, I want people to come to my aid. I'm dying. I'm an old woman. I don't want my children and my grandchildren to die in Kano. There is no NCDC in Kano. Please, people should come to my aid. Oh, they should come to my aid. Oh, they should come and help me. I'm dying. I'm dying. They should not allow my children in Kano to die. Please, they should help me. NCDC in Abuja, please take note. See to what you can do. FCT minister, please help me. Oh, I'm sure everybody, if you hear this one, please help me. Anybody know how we can help me? Let him help me so that they can go and test my children and the grandchildren. Please help me. That is all what I have to say. My heart is broken into pieces. I'm an old woman. My age is 70 years old. I'm old. Please help me. The general public, please help me. If there is anything anybody can do, he should help me. Thank you, everybody.
I generally don't do shows that are expose. That's not who I am. I am not the type of person that likes propaganda. I like details. I like data. I like things that I can put my fingers on. I don't know how to help this woman. It was sent to me. Maybe one of you guys knows how to help her, but I want people out there to share the video. Maybe somebody will hear it. I tried to send the audio out and I couldn't do it for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm not computer literate, but I couldn't get it to the people. I don't know anybody in Kaduna. I know people in Lagos, people in Ibadan. I have sent as many messages as I can out. You guys have to understand something, because people are shouting, we're hungry, we're hungry. People that are not hungry are getting coronavirus and they're not getting help. Kano and Kaduna, more people have died in Kano and Kaduna than anywhere else. I don't know what to tell you guys that are in Lagos. It's worse in Lagos. I see Abimbola Omotayo on the phone. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you some voicemails that I got today about people. Let me see. About the numbers of people. His name is First Bank Regional Manager Kano. That's a guy that died. This show is also live on YouTube because I do not know who can help her. I don't know who can reach her. I have been getting inboxes all week since I did that video about the PPEs. I've been getting emails from doctors. I've been getting letters from doctors. I got a voicemail from a doctor today that was sent to me anonymously from a doctor that was on ground, that was taking tests in Lagos, in Onikpan area. The woman is the doctor. She said, and I will send it to Omotayo just for backup. The woman is a doctor. I'm not going to mention her name. She said her name in the voice text. She also said, out of every 40 people tested, I repeat, out of every 40 people tested in Onikpan in Lagos, 10 are coming out positive. And they only did this for 10 days. So you imagine if 10 came out positive in Lagos in 10 days, and they have NCDC in Lagos. But NCDC is telling you there's only 1,000 cases in Nigeria altogether. But in Onikpan itself, there's 400 because they ran the test for 10 days in Onikpan. It was a special COVID-19 team that decided to go to a area, which is called Onikpan in Lagos. And for 10 days, they did tests. NCDC is the person that sent them out there. They did test, and 10 out of every 40 people that were tested for 10 days came out positive. So you assume that 10 people per day for 10 days came out positive in Onikpan, Lagos alone. That's 400 people in 10 days that were tested and they came out positive in 10 days. Now, NCDC is telling you that since they started this testing, only 1,000 people. How is that humanly possible? Did a voicemail that was sent out stating that 10 out of 40 people per day came out positive. They have NCDC in Lagos. Mind you, we have Lekki, we have Ikorodu, we have Obanikoro, we have Isolo, we have, let's assume 10 in every. That's over 1,000 people a day becoming positive. And yet they're telling you there's only 1,000 people in Nigeria. In Kano, there's no NCDC. When I picked up the phone to verify, this afternoon, I called the numbers that are blasted all over the internet and social media for the NCDC. For Kano, nobody picked up. 3 different numbers, nobody picked up. Then my wife and I got on the phone and we started calling because we like to tell people the truth. We're not anybody that's spreading propaganda. These are facts. We got on the phone. We called the NCDC in Lagos. They didn't pick up. The phone just rang and rang and rang. Not a single soul picked up. The numbers in Kano, we called. Nobody picked up. Not a single soul. So if they're telling you to stay home, there's a reason for it. People that are staying home, you leave your children in your home, you go outside and you give back to your children. This week alone, one Facebook friend told me that a friend of hers with 12 people in houseboy, house girl, driver, everybody is sick. They're in coronavirus tent in Lagos. This thing is real. Nigerians are going to die. If anybody can help this woman out, please share the video because I can't seem to get the audio. I can't load the audio anywhere. And I've sent it to as many people as I can. The woman is saying that the children are still in the house. The husband died of coronavirus. We know that for a fact because it's all over the internet. It's all over the radio. Her voice message came to me because she had gone on a radio show. She went on a radio show and then she spoke and cried out that they needed to go and test her children. And I was sent this thing and asked if I could help. This show is also going live on YouTube. Please note, we need to help to find out the NCDC. Please, we need to get them to go and test the family of Abdullahi Lawal. He's a First Bank regional manager in Kano. The man is dead of coronavirus. His family, his wife, his children, everybody needs to be tested. There is no NCDC in Kano. I've been asking for the past 1 week. Those of you, Femi Baba, you guys know, I have been asking for a week. How come the numbers that are coming of deaths in Kano? In Kano, which is a Muslim state, when you die as a Muslim today, they have to bury you within 48 or 24 hours. So the numbers are coming in fast and furious. 2 days ago, it was 198 people that died in Kano. They're not telling us what's killing them because they're not testing people. There's 10 people out of 40 in Obanikoro. If 40 people, according to the doctors in a particular doctor in Lagos, 40, if they test 40 people, 10 people have coronavirus. I have the audio, I have all of that, okay? The mother is asking for help. Abdullahi Lawal, the bank manager of First Regional Bank, is asking for help. The mother is asking for help to spread the word that the children of Abdullahi Lawal must be tested. There is no NCDC in Kano. I am not asking you for help. The mother of Abdullahi Lawal, the regional bank manager for Kano, the children need to be tested because their father died of coronavirus. There's a lot of people dying lately in Nigeria. They just keep saying so and so died. Shukra died, Temedu died, Ahmed died. Nobody's saying how they died. People are not being tested in Kano. People are not being tested, but they're dying in groves in Kano. In Lagos, Nigeria, in Obanikoro, a medical doctor sent out a voicemail to her family, which got shared, and I ended up with it as well, saying that the NCDC created a task force to go into Obanikoro, and they were to test people for 40 days. Out of every 40 people tested in Obanikoro in the past 10 days, 10 people came out positive, minimum. The lady said 10 to 15. So I'm just going to take the lower number. She said 10 people came out positive out of 40 every day. And they were there for 10 days, which means there's 400 people walking around Lagos, coronavirus positive. Out of that 400 people, they will go around and infect another 100. That's 4,000. Now 4,000 people go out and infect another 100. I'm not saying all of the people infected will die. I'm saying, can we really afford that many people to get sick in Nigeria? See, the whole world is sitting still. It's not because they're stupid. We're losing money. We're staying home. People in Nigeria are saying they're hungry. They're going to get online for a bag of rice laced with coronavirus, because when you're online with 500 people, 10% of them have coronavirus. That's 50. You don't know which 50 will have coronavirus. So you get your one bag of rice, I'll feed you for a day, and go home and get sick. Who's getting you to the doctors? Then you go home and feed your children that rice, and then they get sick. Who's getting them to the doctors? My people, Africa is about to be hit in a big way. Abdullahi's mother is asking for help, not me, because I don't know them from Adam. I don't know who they are. The video was sent to me to see if I could help. But if we Nigerians don't start thinking with our sense and don't start to realize that life is more important than rice and gari, since when did Nigerians become so damn hungry that they cannot make do with what they have? Before coronavirus, Nigerians were hungry. Before coronavirus, you didn't have electric. Before coronavirus, your roads were bad. Before coronavirus, do not do the government a favor by going to kill yourselves. By going to contract coronavirus, which will diminish and reduce the number of poor people in Nigeria. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy theory. It's common sense. Because all these allegedly rich people are still staying home and they're getting sick. What's going to happen to the poor man, allegedly poor people? I don't know how poor people are that they can afford to buy data, but which one is my own? The mother of Abdullahi Lawal is asking for help. Asking for help, not me. And I will play the message one more time and then I will go. I'll let you guys go. Do me a favor and share the video. Maybe somebody out there can help.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Salma Ahmed. I'm speaking from Abuja. I have a problem with the Kano government and NCDC in Kano. My son-in-law have been sick since on Monday. My daughter called me and told me it's high fever. I told her high fever, and she told me it's typhoid. When she told me it's typhoid fever, I said, are you sure it's typhoid fever? Because this typhoid fever, somebody will say it's typhoid fever. From there, he will be coughing. From coughing, he will be sneezing. Are you sure? She said, yes, they have given him drugs and they are at home now. They are taking the drugs. I said, okay. On Tuesday, I called her. I said, how is he feeling? She said, he's getting better, little by little. He's getting better, little by little. I say, okay, so far he's getting better, no problem. Yesterday, around 3 a.m., she called me. She said he cannot talk again. No, his breathing is high. I said, I've told you before, maybe this problem he's having is a COVID-19. It's COVID-19. If somebody is having fever, he cannot talk proper and he's coughing. What do you expect? This is COVID-19. Please rush him to the hospital. Have you called NCDC? She said, yes, they have been calling since yesterday night. That the people, all the phone lines are not going through. Somebody gave them another number again. They have been calling the number. The number is ringing and nobody is responding to that call. So I decided to call the ones in the NCDC, the ones in Abuja. When I called the ones in Abuja, they said they will get back to him. They will get back to me. That they will call the Kano branch now and tell them what is happening. They asked me, where is he now? I said they have taken him to a private hospital named International Hospital in Kano. When they took him to that international hospital in Kano, they admitted him and put oxygen for him. After about 1 hour, another doctor came in and told them to go to Madam Aminu Kano, that he's not responding to the oxygen. I know he's not responding to that oxygen. It's just the way. It's just a way for the doctor to drive them away from that hospital, and I don't blame him. So on getting to Aminu Kano Hospital, they put him on oxygen again. I called these people on NCDC again in Abuja. I asked them how far have the people started going, because they have dropped them from that international hospital, that they have now go to Madam Aminu Kano Hospital that he said they will go there. They will go there. Every 30 minutes, I will be calling the NCDC here in Abuja because the ones in Kano are not responding. He will be telling me that they will soon go there, they will soon go there. When the thing was getting out of hand, I told this man, please tell me the truth. What is happening? Tell me what is happening. Before he now told me that the NCDC in Kano have been shut down. I said, why did you know that they have been shut down and you are just telling me they will soon go there, they will soon go there. Why did you continue playing with my intelligence? He said, sorry, madam. I said, okay. So I called Ray Power Radio. I told them, I was live on Ray Power around 4 o'clock. I explained my complaint to them. My son-in-law died after 2 hours when he was admitted in Aminu Kano. He died after 2 hours. So I'm holding the Kano government and NCDC of Kano responsible for the death of my son-in-law. And now, what is paining me most now that my heart is broken into pieces is what will happen to my children, my daughter, her children, my grandchildren. What will happen to them when there is no NCDC in Kano? What will happen to them? Please, I want people to come to my aid. I'm dying. I'm an old woman. I don't want my children and my grandchildren to die in Kano. There is no NCDC in Kano. Please, people should come to my aid. Oh, they should come to my aid. Oh, they should come and help me. I'm dying. They should not allow my children in Kano to die. Please, they should help me. NCDC in Abuja, please take note. See to what you can do. FCT minister, please help me. Oh, I'm shouting to everybody. Embe, if you hear this one, please help me. Anybody that knows how he can help me, let him help me so that they can go and test my children and the grandchildren. Please help me. That is all what I have to say. My heart is broken into pieces. I'm an old woman. My age is 70 years old. I'm old. Please help me. The general public, please help me. If there is anything anybody can do, he should help me. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, God, my heart is broken because I can't do anything about this. I'm not the one asking you guys for help. The mother of this man is asking for help. He's not asking for help for her son-in-law that's dead. She is asking you for help for the children and her daughter that are still alive but might be positive for COVID-19. Coronavirus is transmitted through the air. I am not asking you for help. I'm asking you to share this video. I played her audio twice so that people that are just coming in can hear the plea in the mother's voice. There is no COVID-19. There is no NCDC office in Kano. Nobody is being tested in Kano. Not in the public health system. I am not sure about the private health system. But people are dying in like fleas in Kano. You all need to do something. Your voices are very strong out there. The Nigerian voices on social media is very powerful. When you guys start to talk, people listen. You need to share this video. You need to go to your page and post. The name of the man is Abdullahi Lawal. Tag NCDC, tag the Kano State government, tag everybody and anybody that you can. Even if you don't share the video, go to your page and ask for help. For Abdullahi Lawal, the bank regional manager for Kano, has died. He died. His children were exposed to him being ill with coronavirus in the house for days. His mother is crying. The mother's plea is for people to help to get the word out. She doesn't need your money. She's not begging for your money. She's not begging for anything. NCDC, hashtag them, share the video so people can hear her voice and her pain and her fear. Share it. Help to get this woman justice, to get her children and her grandchildren tested. That's all she's asking for. Nothing fancy. This is a human rights issue. This is a health issue. Help. This is a mother's plea.